brought into this world for one reason, and that was to believe. It's as simple as that. I was brought into this world to believe. We were brought into this world to believe. Nothing more, nothing less. But from the time we're little, most of us learn to do just the opposite. We learn that we are incapable of doing the things that we could spread our wings and fly and be ginormous at. But we learn that we're incapable. We begin to get grades such as A's and B's and C's and D's and E's or F's, depending on what state you're in. First places and second places and third places. But man, belief is where it's at. Belief is where it's at. There's always a step to rise to the next occasion. But we learn, and we learn early on as the masses, we learn to remove that step. We learn that it's taken away, that either we know or we don't. Either it comes easy or it's non-existent. But what we need to learn is belief. Belief. It's as distinct, it's as visible, it's as real as a building when you understand it. Belief, faith, the know that I can do anything, that I'm always good enough, never good enough. Believe. I was brought into this world for one reason, and it's to believe. For 42 plus years, I've walked this earth, and I've been around people and people in the masses that had crazy potential. But the majority, and I mean the majority as in 98, 99% of anybody I've ever been around has fallen far short of anything that they ever had the ability to do. I don't care what neighborhood that was in. Was it being a parent? Was it being a ball player? Was it as a worker? Was it as a husband? Was it as a wife? We learn early on that we either have it or we don't. But isn't it funny that when we're born, we know absolutely nothing at all? So absolutely everything we know today, we learned. So if that's the case, then what if there was something that we wanted to do and we just kept learning and learning and learning and learning and learning? Or better yet, there was something we were asked to do or a fire we were asked to go through, and it was difficult. But we realized that there were steps, and if we just took them, that at the end of the day, we would climb all the way to the top, because that's what we have the ability to do. We have the ability to believe, and we have the ability to go to the tip top. Not me, you. Not just me, you. Everybody who's tuning into this, you have crazy loads of ability, but you gotta believe. We have to believe. And when you believe, it doesn't matter what the naysayers say. And it also doesn't matter what the people who put you on a pedestal say, because you shouldn't be on a pedestal, and you shouldn't be on a floor laying down inferior, because every single day we only have what we have. And if we're content with what we have that very day, then we just stop living. Believe there's more, because that's what's so crazy awesome about this world, is there is always more. In the good times, in the bad times, in the hard times, in the rough times, there's more. But it's amazing because we can play the game and we can play it all out every day with a huge smile, a heart that's open and pure wings, ready to be spread wide. It doesn't mean every day's pretty. It could mean every day's gritty, ugly. But guess what? If we believe that that's not the final step, then what we do is we take those hints. We take those hints and we say, what do I got? What can I do? What step do I need to rise to the tip top? And it's not about tomorrow. It doesn't always come tomorrow. You don't know how long you were set to be here on earth, nor do I. So don't buy into tomorrow, buy into every minute of every day. We have the ability to believe and to step and to rise to the tip top. But you don't understand. I don't have it like that. Everybody's against me. I'm in this, I'm in that. A relationship that's rocky, that's terrible, that's bad. A workplace that likes everybody else but me. A home that I grew up in where I wasn't cared about, or where they were too critical, or where they cared too much, or where they passed away, or where they were non-existent. No. I'm not saying that it's not okay. That mentality is not okay. You are awesome just the way you are, with the exact circumstances that you've had. And guess what? Those circumstances are why you're so awesome, are why you're needed, are why you matter. The perfect reason to believe, because there's people that need you. If you've gone through something, through anything, there's reason to believe. And the coolest thing is from the time we pop out as a child, we've gone through something. And as we pop out as a child, we have the ability to rise to the top. Go there, baby. Believe. It's crazy. Want to understand believe? Learn it. Don't let up on it. Don't think belief is for me. Don't think belief is for you. Don't think belief is anything less than a building that you can see, because when you believe, you see it. You see it crystal clear. Other people might not. Other people won't. But you see exactly where you're going. You see exactly what you're doing. Belief is where it's at. It's not grit. It's not growth. It's not anything else. It's belief, because when we believe, all of that stuff comes along with it. Gotta believe. Believe. It's the faith. It's the know. It is the hard building. It is the building. When you believe, you see it crystal clear. You can touch it. It never disappears. It doesn't mean there's not good days and bad days. It doesn't mean there aren't triumphs on certain days and just fall on our faces some days. But it does mean that we believe, and neither that there is never a top of the mountain, because we just keep rising. And there is never a ground that we're laying face down on, because we always keep rising. So there's always a step and we always keep going. But we got to understand belief, because without belief, we aren't living that life that's worth living. Believe demands one's best. Belief allows other people to hold you accountable. Belief demands your best from yourself. It also demands the people around you's best, because you care so much about them, because you believe in something that's so existent, so firm. Keep believing. And if you don't get the word belief, it is okay. That's the first part, is accepting that there's things we don't understand in this world, and then pursuing to understand until we get it. Because it's not anything else. It is belief. When we believe, our whole world changes. And I pray that your world begins to change. Believe.